YouTube? What's up, big brothers? Look, man, we back with another one. We already know. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? But look, why is India so bad at basketball, bro? I'm guessing he about to tell us. I don't know why.
In a country
I
where over a
would
billion
put my
people
input in
live-
it, but I'm trying to learn something.
Where
You feel me?
cricket stars are treated like gods and where passion
And if you
for
Indian, let
sports
me know in the
runs through
comments.
every
Let me know what
street
y'all think
corner.
about it.
There's one question that's haunted basketball fans for decades. How could a country this big, with this much talent, youth, and energy, be so bad at basketball?
So bad. Why he said? Come
India
on.
has the
You do not have to say it like that. Again.
population, it has height, it has history with the game, but it doesn't have results. The Indian national team has never qualified for the Olympics, never reached the basketball
Dang,
World Cup.
they never
and
qualified?
rarely makes a dent in Asia. So how can one of the world's largest countries fail at one of the world's biggest sports? India is called a sleeping giant of basketball. But if you ask anyone inside the sport, the giant isn't just asleep, it's been sedated. Because on paper, India should be a basketball superpower. A massive youth population, a deep love for sports, and a diaspora that's thriving in the US and Canada, countries where basketball is part of the culture. Even the sport's history in India goes further back than most
Dang,
people
oh, they was back in the day with it.
realize. Basketball arrived in India as early as the 1930s through missionary schools and army programs. By 1950, India was one of the first Asian nations to join FIBA. They even played in the inaugural Asian Basketball Championship in 1960. And yet, 65 years later,
That shit dead.
India's men's team ranks somewhere between.
You seen that jump shot from that nigga?
And yet, 65 years later, India's men's team
I ain't gonna lie. If y'all shooting jumpers like that, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all need to switch that up, man. That boy said his hand started shaking.
ranks somewhere between 70th and 90th in the world, behind countries like Lebanon, Jordan, and the Philippines. So what happened? How did the game that
tough.
started early, with infrastructure, institutions, and players, fall decades behind its Asian neighbors? To understand that, you have to look beyond the court. Because India's basketball problem isn't just about sports, it's about systems. In India, cricket isn't a sport, it's religion.
Facts.
It's not hyperbole, it's reality. From Mumbai's maidens to Delhi's dusty fields, kids grow up dreaming of playing in the IPL, not the NBA.
The IPL. I want to watch some cricket. Should I? I don't know. I'm not watching on this channel.
When
but
Virat Kohli sneezes,
shit sounded
the
cool.
nation catches a cold, and when cricket
I ain't
took
gonna lie.
off, it devoured everything in its path. The 1980s saw India win the Cricket World Cup, the same era when basketball was gaining
The
global
Cricket World
momentum
Cup.
through Magic, Bird, and Michael Jordan.
The USA.
While other Asian
the USA got a cricket team. What the-
Countries like the Philippines and China embraced the new sport. India doubled down on cricket. All the TV deals, sponsors, and school programs went there. Cricket became the only game that mattered. It's not that Indians don't like basketball. It's not that the system never gave them the option. There are more cricket academies in Delhi alone than basketball courts in the entire state
Dang.
of Uttar Pradesh. And when young athletes choose their path, their parents see cricket as the safe bet, the path to fame, scholarships, and national pride. Basketball, meanwhile, sits in the corner of the gym, dusty, underfunded, forgotten. So while cricket builds stadiums, leagues, and idols, basketball never left the schoolyard. If you want
That
to
shit
know
is the
why
best.
Indian basketball never took off, look no
They
further than
not
its
good.
leadership.
They ain't.
The Basketball Federation of India, or BFI, was formed in 1950 to govern the sport nationwide. But over the past few decades, it's become synonymous with corruption, mismanagement,
Corruption.
and political infighting.
What the hell?
Multiple presidents have been suspended or removed for misconduct. There have been years where two rival federations both claimed to run basketball in India, filing lawsuits against each other while players waited on the sidelines. In 2015, FIBA even suspended India's national team
For
because
what?
the federation couldn't agree on who was actually in charge. Imagine that.
That is CNN. That is they breaking people's dreams out here. NBA players' dreams are getting broken out here, man. They playing games, man. Come on, man. What you doing,
Players
man?
losing their chance to represent their country because of boardroom drama. The result was chaos. Funding stalled, coaches went unpaid, training camps were canceled. In one infamous case, players flew to international tournaments wearing mismatched jerseys because the federation didn't have enough uniforms ready. when the people
A
running the
whole country got to do the mixed match jersey like niggas doing at AAU. Ain't that crazy out here, son? Like this AAU basketball with the, you know, it's
don't care
underfunded
about the
AAU
players,
team with the
the players
mixed.
stop
You know,
caring
y'all
too.
feel me in the comments.
The
man.
system created
That's
apathy.
crazy.
Athletes trained knowing that no matter how hard they worked, bureaucracy would find a way to hold them back. And when the Federation finally stabilized in the 2020s, it was too late. Decades of momentum had been lost. Here's the tragic part. India actually has talent. Go to Punjab, and you'll find entire villages filled with tall, athletic kids who look built for basketball. Go to Tamil Nadu, and you'll see players with raw speed and flair honed
Where they at, man? Come on, you can't just say, man. You gotta show some highlights. I want to see it. What did you say, man? He said raw speed. And where is that?
on outdoor courts under
I
the
need to
blazing
see it
sun.
with my eyes.
Go to Kerala, and you'll find disciplined, skilled ball handlers who
Do these niggas like they hoop? Look, I love Indian, but be honest. People from India in the comments, let me know. Do this look like hoopers right here, bro? Keep it 100. This man. First of all, I don't know, bro.
love the game
Oh.
deeply. The problem isn't that the talent doesn't exist, it's that there's nowhere for it to go. There's no proper development pathway from grassroots to professional level. Coaching
damn,
is
they ain't got like a
inconsistent, and
system.
most coaches don't have access to modern training methods. Facilities are outdated. Most national level players have to pay their own travel costs just to attend selection trials. Many come from poor families, and when you can't afford shoes or nutrition, how do you compete internationally? And then there's the visibility problem. The Indian Basketball League, the UBA, was launched in 2015 with hopes of becoming India's NBA. It had good production, international coaches, and even
Hey!
American imports. But in 2017, after just 4 seasons, the league was shut down,
Why, bro? What they doing?
suspended indefinitely due to legal issues with the federation. Since then, no stable
Bro.
pro league has existed. Players
they
graduate from
doing?
college and have nowhere to go. No contracts, no scouts, no structure. So they leave, they quit, or they go abroad if they're lucky enough to get noticed. India's best player in recent memory, Satnam Singh,
Setting up
Was-
steam. Who is it?
drafted into the NBA in 2015. The first Indian ever, but his story became a tragedy of its own. Poor development, language barriers, and a lack of guidance led him to fade out of the league before ever playing a regular season game. Satnam wasn't a failure. He was the product of a failed system.
Meet Gym Monster 2, your all-in-one smart home gym. Set it up anywhere, no limits, no installation.
If this story of India's forgotten player hits home, if Asia was catching fire. China invested billions into state academies.
Yeah,
Japan
China not
built a
playing.
national pipeline that turned high
China
school
is
stars
not
into
playing.
Olympic players. The Philippines poured their soul into basketball, making it their unofficial religion. India, it didn't evolve. Training remained stuck in the 1980s. Fitness standards lagged behind. Players rarely faced elite competition. And when they did, the difference was shocking. At the 2017 FIBA Asia Cup, India lost by 58 points to the Philippines in 2020. They lost by 88 points to Lebanon. Even
They lost by 88?
smaller nations like Jordan and Iran started dominating them consistently. That's not just a talent gap, that's a system gap. India's players train maybe 2 hours a day under conditions that would shock a professional athlete elsewhere. There's no sports science, no analytics, no film study culture. Even nutrition, one of the fundamental of athletic performance, is neglected. Many players rely on rice and lentils as their main diet,
The hell?
without proper protein intake or recovery routines. When you're
Oh yeah,
competing
them boys
against
are.
nations
Yeah, they body flimsy. That's the thing. Yeah, they ain't got no like. Yeah, they body
with
flimsy.
fully
That's the
funded
problem.
national centers, modern gyms, and year-round camps, effort alone isn't enough. You need
They
structure,
ain't got muscles in their
you need
head
science,
and their
you
shoulders.
need
and
a
shit.
plan. India has none of the three. Despite everything, something interesting is happening in India. Basketball is growing, quietly, but steadily. The NBA has set up NBA India,
Okay.
headquartered in Mumbai. It's launched youth programs like NBA Academy India, giving scholarships to top prospects. For the first time, India players...
You know why they
are
doing that, right? Them viewership, but they see how China gonna come view when a China player playing. They trying to get them Indian viewers, but NBA
training
not slick,
under
bro.
world-class coaches. and getting exposure
They're trying to
to
get one of them
international
India
scouts.
players to come.
Players like
Come up.
Principal Singh have signed G League contracts,
Okay.
and Indian origin players in
Okay.
the US like Aman Sandhu
Okay.
and Inderberg Gill are showing promise. At the grassroots level, basketball is exploding on social media. Instagram pages and YouTube channels are filled with local highlights, dunks, and tournaments that didn't even exist 5 years ago.
Ah! Stop playing me.
There's also a generational shift. India's young population is global. They watch the NBA, they wear Jordans, they follow Curry and LeBron. Basketball is becoming cool, even aspirational. In cities like Bangalore and Gurugram, private leagues and startup-backed tournaments are giving players something they never had before, the stage. And while the national team still struggles, individual passion is keeping the fire alive. The question is, will it be enough?
Somebody
Because
got,
without proper leadership and
somebody got to come through there and start dropping 40 a game and make fever.
investment,
They make the
these
you know what I'm
sparks
saying?
could fade just as quickly as they appeared.
Win
To
bronze, or
truly
something, somebody got
rise,
to come
Indian
up.
basketball needs more
It
than
takes only one.
enthusiasm. It needs a revolution. If India wants to wake its sleeping giant, here's what needs to happen. First, the Federation must rebuild trust. Transparency, professionalism, and consistent governance are non-negotiable. Politics has to step aside for performance. Second, the country needs a real professional league. Sustainable, televised, and commercially viable. A place where players can make a living, fans can connect, and sponsors can see value. Third, focus on the youth. Expand the NBA Academy model to more cities. Subsidize basketball programs at schools, especially in rural regions where height and athleticism are untapped. Fourth, invest in coaching and science. Train coaches abroad, bring expertise back, and create long-term national development plans. Because India doesn't lack players. It lacks people who know how to build players.
I can
Finally
agree with
tell
that.
the
I can
story.
agree with that. I ain't gonna
Celebrate
count.
the sport. Make basketball part of India's cultural
They
conversation.
just look like they don't
Once the
hoop,
youth
bruh.
sees the sport reflected in their heroes, music, and media, everything changes. India's basketball story is frustrating, but it's not over. Every few years, a new generation picks up the ball, dreams big, and tries to prove that this time it'll be different. Maybe it won't happen tomorrow. Maybe not even in this decade. But someday, when the right system meets the right passion, India could rise faster than anyone expects. Because a country this big can only stay invisible for so long.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, with all them people, somebody gonna come out of India punching on something like LeBron. Hey, let me know in the comments what y'all think about the video. Let me know what y'all think India's reason not really being that good is. Let me know if y'all think he's right. If you from India, what's up, big brother? But I'm gonna see y'all next video. Go ahead and tune into other videos I got on my channel. But hey, I'm see y'all next one, man.